I feel like nobody realizes what the Washington Commanders have done in this year's NFL draft. Yeah, they only had 5 selections, but I'm going to go ahead and slot Marshon Lattimore in there for a 3rd round pick. I'm going to slot Laremy Tunsil in there for a 3rd round pick, and I'm going to give you Deebo Samuel for a 5th rounder as well. Adam Peters is an absolute genius for what he just did. And in this video, we're going to break down every single one of these draft picks, and I'm going to show you why they are geniuses, why they just built a beautiful draft class of rookies going into next season. If you want another one of these videos, comment down below P2, and let's get over 1,000 likes, and we'll drop another one for you guys. With that being said, let's dive into the draft class. Alright, now this may surprise you, but I want to start off with one of the most underrated prospects in this year's NFL draft class, Jacory Croskey-Merritt, the running back out of Arizona, who only was able to play 1 game this year due to eligibility issues. But guys, I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised one bit if this is a guy that gets a lot of playing time in his career for the Washington Commanders. The one thing that you see, explosiveness and creativity when running, but also the most important thing, the vision. The vision is here. Let's look at it one more time. So as we get this stretch to the left, look at him bait this safety. You're going to see the safety bite down. We're going to act like we're getting to the outside. We're going to bait him down, and then boom, we're going to cut up that field and extend this play. I love the vision. I love the ability to bait this safety. Boom, 1 cut up the field. Use his blockers. To block 2 guys in 1, and then boom, look at the breakaway speed, 1 cut to the outside, and then he's gone. This is a guy I am in love with, and to get him in the 7th round due to eligibility issues, man, sign me up every single day of the week. I'm locked in with this pick, and this is a steal, in my opinion. Now, listen. Because the lack of tape in 2024 scared off a little bit of teams, and if he went into the draft after the 2023 season where he put up over 1,100 yards and 17 touchdowns, the dude was amazing. Now, he's not much of a receiving back, so you guys got to keep that in mind, but when he's on the field, he's got a great vision, great explosiveness, and man, can be a downhill runner. Now, he is 5'11", 208 pounds, but is 24 years old, so he is up there in age, but I believe that he could come into Washington and be a day 1 type of player for them. I know they have Brian Robinson Jr., I know they have Austin Eckler and Jerry McNichols, but man, I am extremely high on this kid, and if he can develop maybe just a little bit over a year, I would not be surprised at all if they trust him going into next season, not the season coming up, but the next one, in terms of being maybe even a full-time player for them. Again, I don't think he's got 3 down potential, but he does have potential. So let me know what you guys think about this one, man. All right, next up, Josh Conerly Jr. Let's start off at the top. Another player I really like here for the offensive line. Yes, you add a guy in Laremy Tunsil, but have we ever thought about maybe getting him a guy he can mentor? This is the perfect thing to do. Brandon Coleman wasn't the greatest last year. Now adds a little bit more competition to the room. Now this is some reps versus Abdul Carter, okay? The number 3 overall draft pick. The one thing I loved about Josh Conerly is the way he goes all the way, follows around the pocket, okay? This is something you need to be able to do. You need to have the foot quickness, the foot speed, and the lateral quickness to be able to do this in the NFL. And look at this. Stays to the outside, carries him all the way to the opposing side of the pocket. Now, his quarterback does eventually get sacked, but he specifically does a really good job on this play, hooking around the pocket and giving his quarterback some more time. I love this about him, and he's going to be another one of those big-time pickups. Now, when you look at this dude's card overall, you could tell right away he is one of the best pass-blocking tackles in this year's NFL draft. I mean, you can say better in zone than he is in gap offensive line blocking, but overall, this is a guy with really high potential. Again, this is why they took him in the 1st round. Was a lot better in 2024 than he was in 2023, and has showed potential in the elevation of his game each and every single season, which basically tells us that he wants to be coached, he wants to be better, and he is improving as a player, which is huge. Now, he is 6'4", 315 pounds, but is only 21 years old. This is what makes me love him, because the potential to develop behind and learn from Laremy Tunsil could be absolutely game-changing. Does have a little bit of versatility as a player, but man, this is a starting caliber player in the NFL with a little bit of development. this is going to be probably one of the... Next up, we have Trey Amos. Now, I love this dude's positional versatility. Now, you're going to notice right away, 6'1", has got great size to be an outside boundary cornerback at the NFL level, but he also has some versatility where he can play in the nickel or in the slot as well, and I think that is something that they noticed about him, and again, makes you a lot more flexible in terms of the way you can play and the way you can disguise this defense. Now, look at this play here. So now he's in his zone coverage. He's kind of guarding that cloud flat of the end zone. So as we drop back into coverage, the one thing we always want to do is look back. Make sure no one else is getting into our zone, because if there's no one else there, we can then follow. But if there is someone, we need to make that adjustment on the fly. So as they break, you're going to see over the middle, right? Comes from over here. Breaks over the middle. They wanted him to completely follow and get one-on-one coverage here, but he does a great job not only reading the quarterback's eyes. You see him go out into a kind of a bootleg to the right. Whenever a quarterback's in this bootleg to the right, the field cuts down into a third, which means the ball's only coming over here. So he stays put. He stays in that zone, and look at this. Jumps it, picks it, and takes it in the other direction. In the NFL, he could have got up and maybe made a play out of this, but Trey Amos is a guy you guys are going to absolutely love. Got great ball skills and has the ability to read the quarterback's eyes, man. Let's go. Now, real quickly, before we break down any more of Trey Amos and getting into the next couple of picks here, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button if you want more Washington Commanders videos throughout the entirety of the offseason. I'm talking about rookie minicamp. It's right around the corner. So if you want me to cover every single practice, all you got to do is let me know. And if you want a part 2 to this video where maybe we break down the entirety of the film for Trey Amos, we could do that as well. So let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, join the family, turn on post notifications, that way you guys are notified, and comment down below P2 for more videos. Now, you're going to notice he is 6'1", great size, 190 pounds, might need to put on a little bit of weight, and is 23 years old, not old, not young, just perfect here to develop for the next couple of years in his prime at around 27 when he's going to get paid. Now, when you look at his overall stats, the coverage grade is something I absolutely love, but there is nothing I hate, okay? And this is what I'm going to tell you right now. 85.6 coverage grade, 81 run defense grade. This is a guy that's not afraid to come down and hit a running back, okay? Now you add positional versatility, a guy that can play the nickel, because not only can he cover, but he can tackle. Beautiful, right? He's great in man coverage. He's great in zone coverage. Can improve a little bit in each, don't get me wrong, but overall, this is a guy that is an absolute unit of a player, and I think he's going to be massive for this football team. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is he didn't really play too much slot last year. He played more in the box than he did in the slot, which is okay, but I think his overall profile shows you he can play in the slot if you need him to. Probably not going to be an outside boundary corner for this Commanders team at the next level because you have Marshon Lattimore, but more importantly, you have Mike Sainristil, who is mainly supposed to be a nickel type of corner, and I think Trey Amos is going to slot in right on the other side. Man, this team's going to be good. All right, another player I like here, Jaylin Lane. Now, I do believe he's got a lot of things that could be concerning as a team. But when you look at speed, agility, route running ability, this dude could be really goddamn good. So you're going to see him use a head swivel here, act like he's going to run an out, and then boom, right, stick and nod up the middle of the field. We have no high safeties to this side of the field, which tells us, man, this is a route we are going to throw almost no matter what. Look at the head swivel, kind of opens up these DB's hips to the sideline, and then boom, beat him with speed, beat him down the middle, and beat him just gone, right? Look at the speed, look at the ball tracking ability. If that was a better throw, that's a touchdown all day, every day. But this is a guy that I am excited about for this Commanders offense because he is a weapon with the football in his hands. And if you give him some screens, which the Commanders will do, he can make nothing or something out of nothing. So that's one reason I love it. Now, overall, there are some concerns with this game. I mean, 5'10", 196 pounds, needs to put on some weight. He's about to be 23 years old, which is fine. Has gone a little bit worse throughout his career in college, from a 76.3 to a 74.8 to a 71.1. But the one thing you need to know is playmaking is something he can do, and it's going to be good at. Now, he's not great at contested catches. He doesn't have a good drop rate percentage. Receiving grade's okay. Not great versus stick man-to-man coverage, especially if you have a two-high safety look. This is a guy that can burn the defense in a one-high safety look. But other than that, I think he needs development. I think he's a guy that needs to be a little bit better. And if he can grow behind Deebo, I think this could be maybe even the replacement of Deebo in a couple of years. All right, last up, Kain Medrano in the 6th round. The reason I like him is he is a wide receiver turned linebacker. Okay, so fun player right off the bat. Great speed at 4.46, I believe. And he's got great ball tracking ability as a linebacker. Great instincts. Look at him bite down the run. Notice it's not a run. Drops back into coverage. Looks at the quarterback. Reads the eyes. And then is able to turn his hips smoothly. Quarterback's like, all right, this linebacker cannot move that well. I can get this right over him. Boom. Jumps it for an interception. This guy is sneaky talented, sneaky athletic, and you will be surprised at the things this dude could do on the football field, and I love it. So again, we're going to end the video here. We broke down every single pick lightly. If you want a full breakdown with film analysis and even more film, all you got to do is hit the like button. See if we can get over 1,000 on the video. Comment down below P2. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. Doesn't cost anything. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.